I don't even know how to comment on a lot of that. I mean, I assume you stand by the tweet. We just thought it was some lowly staffer that tweeted something out and made a mistake, but I assume you stand by the statement on your official statement that today's hearing was to amplify white nationalist conspiracy theories?
Actually, it's not what it says, Mr. Chairman. I'm happy to read it.
I just read it off the tweet.
It says, "Good morning to everyone except oversight members who are using today's hearing to amplify white nationalist conspiracy theories instead of a comprehensive solution." So it specifically excludes everybody who doesn't participate in that. There are members on this committee who have indulged in that kind of rhetoric. But if they are willing to say now that they renounce the Great Replacement Theory, they don't want to be associated with it, then I'm very happy to say we will withdraw that tweet and you will never see a tweet like that again.
It appears to me that the two sides couldn't be any different on border security. We believe border security is national security. It's my analysis of my friends on the other side's defense of an open border is that anyone who would suggest we need to secure our border is a racist or a white supremacist.
No one has said that, and I disavow and renounce and denounce that sentiment. There are legitimate differences that people have about this, but my only point about it, Mr. Chairman, and with your indulgence, is that people are getting killed because of the Great Replacement Theory. And I gave you several examples of that. There are people loaded up on hate who go in who actually believe that there's a deliberate effort to replace the native population of the United States and that there's an effort to bring people in to replace them. That's what people were chanting in Charlottesville, "Jews will not replace us." That's what its meaning is. And so it would be great if people would just say, we don't believe that, and we would like to turn down the temperature on this and work together for meaningful solutions.
We believe that people are getting killed because of the fentanyl that's coming across the border every day. We believe that crime rates are increasing. We believe that human trafficking is increasing because of the lack of security on the southern border. This hearing was a fact-finding mission to hear from Chief Patrol agents on the front lines of Biden's border crisis. This wasn't another, I forget what the White House said it was this morning, trying to politicize. This was, I think, a substantive committee hearing, gathering facts from people on the front lines. I don't know why Secretary Mayorkas was so hesitant to allow people to come forward. Committees of jurisdiction in the House of Representatives are going to continue to invite people on the front line to the Border Patrol to come and testify, because we want to support you all. We appreciate your service to our country. Those of us on the Republican side, we've made many trips to the border. There's no telling how many meetings the members that represent the border states have had with Border Patrol agents, and they're begging us for help. They're begging us to change the policy, to force this administration to change the policy to make their jobs easier and their life safer. We heard testimony from two great law enforcement professionals today that the cartels are taking advantage of the crisis at the southern border, leveraging chaos by overwhelming Border Patrol agents with large groups and task saturation tactics. So that's what I saw when I went to the border. We knew they were utilizing drones. They were sending large groups in. The Border Patrol would apprehend them and take them to process, and knowing that no one was left in that area, they would send drug runners across the border with the fentanyl. Happens every day. We heard testimony that the number of encounters of illegal border crossers went from unprecedented to a situation so bad that the situation is now indescribable. We learned that many migrants decided to illegally enter the United States because they believed that President Biden would let them in. They believed that the law had changed. We've heard testimony that President Trump's Remain in Mexico policy was effective in El Paso. We heard testimony that Border Patrol has had to divert resources to respond to cartel tactics, crossing large groups or putting migrants in peril, leaving other parts of our border unguarded, what I just mentioned earlier. And we learned that the Tucson sector, 52% of 700 pounds of fentanyl seized in the field was backpacked across the border by smugglers in between ports of entry. These are just a few of the facts that we learned today. And I want to thank the witnesses again for appearing. We appreciate your service. We want to work with you if there's ever anything that we can do to make your jobs easier, make your lives safer, and secure our southern border, to help secure our southern border. We want to do that. This is a priority for the majority in this House of Representatives. And I appreciate the substantive testimony today and look forward to working with you in the future. With that, I now declare this committee hearing adjourned.